Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and we are looking here at an M12. That's the Tier 7 American SPG, and this one is being driven by Fendebenda, and he's a member of What Arty Noobs, so we've seen his replays before. And his M12 has a mark of excellence on the barrel, showing he's an accomplished user of this SPG. And we're on the west spawn of Airfield, and battle's underway. And we can see there's a Hummel on his team. And I think that may be an FV207 as well. But it looks like Fendebenda is headed as far south as he can go. Right off into the corner. There's a lot of places you can fire your Arty from, but Fendebenda's obviously choosing to be as close to the water as he can. Not because he will drown. No, not because he will do that at all, because Fendebenda fights to the end. He always does that. He's a member of What Arty Noobs, so he's a good Arty player. No, what Fendebenda's doing is trying to get really good angles on the enemy, so he can really put those shells in. He's picked up a target straight away, an Oni, but is he going to shoot for it? No, I think he's going to pick one of the others that's coming as a T150. Round goes in, and he gets a splash on that T150 for 190 hit points, and he gets some stun. And he's also seen an enemy moving, a Cromwell B, moving down to the south area of the map. Now, it's probably that Cromwell B is probably doing a scouting run. Oh, he's picked up some stun assist on that T150 as well. Oh, he's got some lovely angles here on the IS-3 and the Oni. Yes, he can hit them behind that rock. This is going to be dangerous for them. He's loaded, ready to shoot. Aiming at the IS-3. Round goes in. Yeah, he gets a lovely hit there. He's done some damage. And he's actually hit the Oni as well. And he's picking up lots of stun assist. So he not only hit the IS-3 and the Oni. 88 on the IS-3. 125 on the Oni. But he's picked up a load of stun assist. Masses of stun assist. 485 hit points of stun assist. And he's going back to that IS-3. No, he's found a T-71. Far side, hiding behind the rock. Thinks he's safe. Round out. No, he wasn't safe. 166 hit points of splash and a nice amount of stun. And he's picking up some stun assist on top of that. Very nice. He's helping his team. Okay, we can see a T-29 in a very awkward position, very unusual position for a heavy. He's come up onto the centre rise. Now, it looks like he's firing into the area where the heavies normally pass through, which is in E6. And he's headed over there now. Unfortunately, Fendebenda's shell went over the top, so he didn't get anything there, but he's going to have a go at this IS-3. He's poking his head out, trying to get at the Tiger P. And another round goes in, and he's got a close hit that time. 174 hit points. And a nice stun as well. All helps. He's seen a Hellcat right up the top of this this rise, this promontory, overlooking the heavy area. They're normally tank destroyers that hide up there are a pest, but he fires a lovely round in. We don't see if it does any damage, but I'm pretty certain it did. That Hellcat's bound to have suffered a stun at the very least. Okay, he's looking at that T-29. He's almost loaded. He can probably get around into it before it disappears from sight, but if he doesn't get that, he'll get the Oni, which is poking out as well. Rounds out, and he hits the Oni. Massive high hit. 221 direct hit. And critical hits as well. And it's got a massive stun. He's only got 14 hit points there. And he's been taken out. The Oni's gone. But he's lost the Tiger P that was defending on his side. And that IS-3 is now out in the open. So he can hit it. He's almost loaded. But he's lost sight of them. Now he hasn't lost sight of the T-29. So I think he's going to go back to that. Rounds out. And he gets a hit. 211 hit points there of damage. Okay, he's gone back to that IS-3 again. It's lost more than half. It's lost 2/3 of its hit points already. And you can see a Jagdpanzer 4 lining up on that rock, but he's been killed. He's been taken out by the OHO. And they also took out the IS-3 as well at the same time. So he's lining up on this heavy tank number 6. This Japanese version of the Tiger tank. But no, he's looking around for another target. Now he did see an M4A3E2 there. And there's a T20 up on the centre rise. Now that T20 is going to move a little bit faster, but I think he thinks that's a better target. Rounds out. Direct hit. 255 hit points, 2 critical hits. Medium tanks and tank destroyers make much better targets because they've got much lighter armour. So he can collect more damage per shot off them than he can off the heavies. Although the heavies are big, huge boxes of hit points. Okay, he's got a T29. He's indicating his target with this T key. Saying, I'm going for that T29. Rounds out and he kills it. 92 hit points. Good kill. And he's certainly hit a lot of the enemy so far. He's at 1,522 hit points of damage already. And he's hit most of the enemy team that he can see. There's an STRV S1 trying to creep up there. He could just about put a round over the top. He might be able to do some splash, but it's backing into view. Okay, rounds out. He gets a direct hit. 251 hit points, 2 critical hits, and the STRV's pulling back. And you can see that M4A3E2 again. And he's trying to angle a shot, and he keeps pulling back into cover. He's pulling back into the view of Fenderbenda's gun, which is going to make his day very, very nasty. A round goes out. Oh, splash. I think he tracked that M4. I'm pretty sure he did. I think one of the hits, it slewed round just as the round went in. So I think it took off the tracks of that M4. I think they'll find him still there. There's a KV2 coming up onto the top here. Oh, he can see a Hellcat. That Hellcat that he fired at earlier. And it is missing some hit points. So he did do some damage. Okay, you can see that Hellcat's off behind the rock. So he can put a round in there. He's loaded. He's ready to go. Nice tight reticule. Rounds out. Direct hit. Kills it. 403 hit points. That was a superb shot. Absolutely superb. Nice tight reticule. And they've tracked that M4 again. What a good shot there. Okay, it's still just up on that rise. They've got a 3-tank advantage now. But that M4 is out on his own. He's a bit of a danger. And this Cromwell's coming up. Oh, he shotguns the Cromwell. 298 hit points and 2 critical hits. But he shotguns him. Now, he's not trying to suicide here. What he's trying to do is get into cover to protect himself from that Cromwell. But he's going to use the rocks as a means of at least of saving himself. He's not trying to drown himself. He's trying to survive, but unfortunately he's gone over the edge. Oh, and I think if he can only get up a little bit. Oh no, he wasn't able to in time. He wasn't trying to suicide. That wasn't. He was definitely just trying to get into cover, and he thought that if he could get over the edge of the cliff, he could then somehow drive up the edge until he got onto dry land again. But that Cromwell, oh dear, he had to do something to escape, because that Cromwell was going to get him otherwise if he stayed in the open. That's a sad ending, because he certainly did a lot of damage during that battle. Got some really, really nice kills. But the battle's almost over. There's only one enemy, and the last enemy, Arty, has been killed, and that's a win for Fendebenda. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how he got on. And we can see it's a first-class tanker for Fendebenda, so he did do well. He also got a bruiser medal because he damaged at least 5 module damages or crew incapacitations during the battle. He got the Confederate. He hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 enemies who were subsequently killed by members of his team. And he got the high caliber. He did the most damage on his team during that battle. And just look at that score. He got that T29, that nice hit on the rear as it moved across from him. But the Hellcat kill was absolutely supreme. Hiding behind that rock over in the corner. And he just wiped it out with one shot. Lovely, lovely shot that was. Okay, if we have a look at the team scores, and we can see that Fendebenda came top. He got 2,656 hit points of damage. He got 2 kills, which puts him 3rd on the kill list. But he came top when it came to base XP at 1,032, which is a really good score. If we look at the detailed report, he fired 14 rounds, 8 direct hits, 8 penetrations, 6 splash. So every shot he fired had some effect. He did damage of 2,656, of which 2,358 was at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the Cromwell B was a lot closer when he smacked it, but it wasn't enough to kill that Cromwell B. He received 2 hits, and they were both from the Cromwell B, and they were both penetrations, so he had to get out of there as quickly as he could. He damaged 10 enemy. He destroyed 2. He did. He also picked up 793 hit points caused by stun, and he did 12 stuns in total. On a standard account, fendebenda earned 30,216 credits after deductions for ammunition, which is fairly cheap on an M12, and also for repair to his vehicle, because obviously he was wiped out. He takes away 8,669 credits, which is not bad. He has a standard account, so it's only 1,032 experience points, and there was no multiplier. But he certainly took away 2 epic medals, which are the Confederate and the High Calibre. So I think fendebenda would be very pleased, and I would be very pleased with just getting that shot on the Hellcat from across the battlefield. That was a supremely accurate shot, very nicely executed indeed. So if you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully I will see you in the next replay, because it might have fendebenda in it. Okay, see you later.